Hey guys, how's it going? I am WWE Hall of Famer Lita, welcoming you to General Admission Wrestling.
Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Everybody knows my name, shit. I'ma have this whole fucking game list, spitting with the same wit, and I'm gonna be famous. Ain't nobody able to delay this. Coming up, I had a vision to make it. Never wanted to be nothing, always wanted to play shit. Sitting class, always wondering why I love this lame shit. How the hell am I different if we all know the same
Things
shit?
have gone completely full circle for Ricochet. Folks, welcome to Friday Night Storm, the final episode before Bash at the Beach begins. And I'm just marveling at how things have gone for the one and only. It was 2 years ago that Ricochet turned his back on the fans and GAW to join Alpha in his evil organization. 2 years later, he is fighting for his friend's freedom from the House of Black. And he's doing it today against Matt Riddle, a man who has not lost since joining the house. This is an intimidating sight. Matt Riddle, a man with mixed martial arts experience, kickboxing experience, and now the experience of being trained by one of the greatest strikers in the history of this sport, in Aleister Black. But notice that Aleister Black is not out with Matt Riddle here today. I wonder if that is a harbinger of anything to come. By the way, folks, if you haven't already, make sure you're following our Spotify playlist. Link is down in the description. All the music from across GAW, all in one place. Matt Riddle has been undefeated since joining the House of Black. Ricochet presents a threat that at this point Matt Riddle has not prepared for. Or at least he hasn't seen a threat like this before from Ricochet. And you can see Ricochet is coming out extremely motivated with no Aleister Black out here to accompany Matt Riddle. Riddle had a very disappointing first 2 seasons in GAW, but it was Aleister Black coming in and accepting Riddle into the House of Black that really made all of the difference for the former UFC competitor. But now Ricochet is not going to be denied against Riddle. Look at the strength. Ricochet standing shooting star press. This time, Riddle was ready for it. As I say, Riddle has yet to face an athlete quite like Ricochet. And it's incredibly difficult to prepare against someone like this. Given what he does, Ricochet, springboard 450 headbutt. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Of course, Ricochet preparing for his match with Aleister Black at Bash at the Beach. Ricochet backflipping off Riddle's chest. Robbie Eagles, Ricochet's tag team partner with the Skyman, still with the House of Black. Ricochet with the 630. Ricochet hooks the leg. No! Matt Riddle kicks out Ricochet. You wouldn't even know that Riddle just kicked out of the 630. Ricochet's going right back to it. Matt Riddle, big overhand, backs him up, and you can see the striking power of Riddle. This is Matt Riddle's MO, firing away at Ricochet with those knees. We'll run down Storm's side of the Bash at the Beach card coming up for you later on. And it will include, of course, Ricochet versus Aleister Black. Lots of history between those two men as well. And so much more. And, of course, Gable Steveson making his professional wrestling debut with the WXW Unified Championship on the line. Drew McIntyre will meet Gable at Bash of the Beach, but we'll have the entire card for you coming up. And in the main event, it will be Keith Lee teaming with Bandido to take on Jay White and IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Taiji Ishimori. We'll also see the World Champion Kacy Catanzaro in action. Once again, another stacked show, as it should be, because Bash at the Beach is coming. Ricochet, springboard 450 splash. Ricochet thought better of going back into the ring, and now Ricochet has Riddle in trouble. Ricochet, springboard 450. That is a statement made to Aleister Black. And the 630 surprisingly doesn't get the job done for Ricochet, although that has been an issue for him in the past. But the springboard 450 absolutely ties things up for Ricochet, multiple-time Cruiserweight champion in GAW history, and now Ricochet looking squarely at Aleister Black. Mr. Man, congratulations on being the first to defeat Matt Riddle. But you should know there is truly no substitute for the Black Mass. Wait, that's Aleister Black in the ring! Black Mass! The mind games continue from Aleister Black. And Ricochet left for dead in the middle of the ring. Black is fond of saying the house always wins, and somehow they still have, despite Matt Riddle's defeat. But we gotta get to some absolutely unbelievable scenes. This was on a YouTube stream yesterday, Consequences Creed, and it was invaded by Creed's Bash of the Beach opponent. Here's what happened. Hey, you little bitch. You think your 5 viewers will be cool with me just sliding in here? How about you slide your ass into those leather pants you like wearing and take it out my mentions? Yeah, that's funny coming from a clout chaser like you. Man, you've been chasing clout your whole career. That's the only reason we fighting. They don't give paychecks to punk bastards fighting in a warehouse in front of their meth head subscribers. Hey, good one, buddy. Next time, come up with your own insults, although, to be fair, I guess it is difficult to follow someone like me. Nah, I'll tell you what, I'm done with you. If you had the balls to actually say some stuff to my face, I hit you so hard, your pussy-ass grandchildren.
Yeah, you couldn't hit a fly hard enough to kill
it.
Shut your ass
you
up.
500 miles away in your cheap-looking studio.
Man,
so
I
I'm good
spent
to wait and
$5
beat you
trillion
with an inch
on
of life
this
next
studio.
week. I'm gonna call my shot and tell you I'm gonna throw you off a scaffold next week. Nice reception here for La Rebelion. Came into GAW about 2 months ago to fight ZSJ and Ospreay for the tag team championships. They came up short on that occasion, but then of course the champs lost to War Machine in Mumbai. So now War Machine preparing for their date with Gifted Punishment on the Admission Fee Live July 25th, 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you join us, our very first time ever being live here on GAW. For La Rebelion, this is a big match for them because, as we know, these sort of one-off matches before a big event, I mean, they can mean everything in the career of an individual or of a tag team. We've seen it so many times before. Of course, the old tradition of the Academy Showcase that launched the careers of men like Eddie Hernandez and Yun Son Park speaks to that. GOD, another pair of former tag team champions in GAW. But the common story for GOD, since winning those titles back in season 1 has been trying to get on the road back to that level of success. A 3-6 record in season 2, an 0-1 record so far in season 3. But as we've seen with War Machine, anything is possible when you recommit yourself to your game. War Machine went to combine 5 and 11 in the first 2 seasons since GAW came to YouTube, and that's a team that has already held the GAW Tag Team Championships for over a year. But War Machine completely changed it all. And now, of course, Hanson and Rowe hold the Tag Team Championships that both of these teams are currently chasing. Humberto Carrillo in for La Rebelion. It is Tama Tonga for the Gorillas of Destiny. And immediately a facebuster suplex start things off. Cover from Tangaloa. Or Tama Tonga rather, sorry. Tangaloa almost in the ring. Angel Garza didn't even move from the apron on that, but that's, of course, what we've come to expect from this team. Lots of trust, lots of knowledge between Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. But Tama Tonga, he was looking good to start here, but Carrillo slams him down. That's a response from Humberto Carrillo, and this time Tangaloa is there to break up the pin. But now Angel Garza sends Tangaloa packing, and it leaves immediately Humberto Carrillo in the ring with Tama Tonga. Springboard moonsault, and more to come from the incredibly talented luchador Humberto Carrillo. Him and Garza have been fantastic in their native country of Mexico. They have yet to capture that level of success in GAW, but this would certainly be a way to start. GOD have one of the best pedigrees of any tag team on the planet. And in GAW, that is still the case. Carrillo, another cover here. Angel Garza back into the ring. And it's Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. It's simple, it's effective, but Carrillo and Garza, they do what they need to do, and it makes all the difference. This team, you talk about how good they are. Look at Carrillo just blasting with this kick. And meanwhile, Angel Garza doing lots of damage to Tangaloa on the outside. GOD absolutely blitzed by La Rebelion, who pick up their first GAW win. Fans are not exactly happy about it, but this is what we got to do. Folks, yesterday, a pre-Bash at the Beach press conference that featured Ember Moon and Bianca Belair, who will fight for the throwdown for the U.S. Championship, also on the admission fee, live July 25th. Here's a clip from that you will not want to miss. Ember, is there any concern you won't have enough time to scout Bianca before your match? No, not at all. I've watched basically every match Bianca has ever had. I know what she's gonna try to do. Oh, you don't think I can change up my shit? You think you know me? Hey, just calm down. I'm just saying I feel good, even though I don't have much time to prepare. And whose fault was that? If you would have beaten that green-haired chick the first time, you'd have had 3 weeks, but you let her off. You put yourself in this position. Yeah, that's true. But I stepped up and did what I had to do, and I know I can do it again. Ember, we saw you use the Fallen Skies for the first time against Shotzi Blackheart. Is that something we'll be seeing more of? Let me answer that. She better have that ready. She better have the Eclipse ready. Hell, she better have a 45 ready, because there's nothing she can do to beat the EST. Didn't you already win the US title before and lost it? How about you let me take care of my business? I believe the first time I ever had a match with James Storm was in 2005. He was part of America's Most Wanted at the time. And honestly, my first impression of him was that I didn't want to know him. I kind of figured the AMW name was based in reality. I had my first match in 1998. So I had already been in the business for a few years when Chris had his first match in TNA. You could tell the kid had a good head on his shoulders. And man, the dude had a heart like a bull. It feels like I'm getting more and more confidence every day about going into this kind of match. James and I have been close for a long time, and I used to dread fighting guys I know this well. But honestly, the more I've prepared for it, the more I've come to realize that this is exactly the kind of match I need. Because James Storm is one of the best wrestlers on the planet, and that's the guy I need to beat to prove that I'm a deserving champion. I've been telling people for decades, I'm sorry about your damn luck. People always figured that meant they were unlucky facing me. Nah, it meant that they could never be as lucky as me. I grew up in a small town in Tennessee you ain't never heard of. Now I've been all over the damn world and I get the chance to wrestle a guy I truly respect one more time in the greatest promotion on earth. There's no one can say they've been more blessed than me. Win or lose next week, I'll be a happy cowboy because I got to get back on the horse again, and that ain't never guaranteed. Welcome Jessamyn Duke back to the fold here in GAW. Duke has been grinding all over the world for years now, but she likes calling GAW home. She returned from a nasty injury back in season 2, compiled a 3-8 record last season, but the quality of her opponents was truly fantastic, and they will be again today. It's the Women's World Champion Kacy Catanzaro. One final match for the champ before she takes on Shayna Baszler in a submission match, and Baszler has been barred from ringside in this contest. If she shows up at any point during the course of this match, she will lose her opportunity for the World Championship at Bash at the Beach. So Kacy Catanzaro knows that she will be in here alone against Jessamyn Duke. And what an incredible scouting opportunity as well. Duke and Baszler have trained together for years. Their games are incredibly similar, so Kacy Catanzaro has an incredible opportunity to truly scout her World Championship opponent. And by the way, folks, if you're not already, make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Links are all down in the description. You can relive some of GAW's best moments over there. Kacy Catanzaro hoping to make one of those moments against Shayna Baszler in a submission contest at Bash at the Beach. But let's not overlook Jessamyn Duke. Again, for the 3-8 record, very deceptive for how good she was last season. A very high strength of win-loss, as you might say. Catanzaro with a beautiful senton. And as a result, Jessamyn Duke is as prepared for Kacy Catanzaro as anyone, but Catanzaro, I think that was a 630. Catanzaro hooks the leg, no! Just incredible athleticism from Kacy Catanzaro. But Jessamyn Duke fires back with the headbutt. By the way, was anyone kind of tearing up during James Storm's whole discussion about where he came from and his road in the sport of professional wrestling? I mean, that is an American story if there ever was one for James Storm. And even if he doesn't win the title from Chris Sabin at Bash at the Beach, it will be a tremendous match. Catanzaro, beautiful takedown. What's this? Catanzaro! She's got Jessamyn Duke in a submission. It's like an ankle lock here. Catanzaro is grinding it down, and Jessamyn Duke has to tap out. That might be Catanzaro's first ever win with the submission, and to do it against Jessamyn Duke, and almost like a modified Indian deathlock from Catanzaro. She absolutely ran over Jessamyn Duke in this match. What a performance. Here's another look. Catanzaro, the takedown. She's got both legs trapped, plus the ankle lock. So she's driving, she's crushing the foot. It's like if you ever had a cramp in your foot, that's exactly what she's doing to Jessamyn Duke. Wow. This was already a statement to Baszler just taking this match. But now, this is something completely different. Kacy Catanzaro, she is going to Bash the Beach in a submission contest. Let's take a look at Storm's contribution to Bash at the Beach beginning next Monday. Of course, it's the live admission fee. You've heard me talk about it, folks. It's our first time ever going live on GAW July 25th, 7 p.m. Eastern. The Rookie Showcase. Who will it be? Takahashi against any one of 6 different men. Gotti Crime Family versus Ultimate Flight. And of course, the Storm Tag Team Championships. War Machine versus Gifted Punishment. The championships are on the line, and this is what both teams had to say going into that contest. It seems a waste of time to say attack us from the front. Only an honorable team would bother with that. For all your talk, we know for a fact, War Machine, you're as dirty as any team there's ever been. So when the time comes, when the lights dim, when the red light comes on and we're live on Monday, we'll bring you a gift of punishment and you will present us with the Tag Team Championships as retribution. Words, 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 that is all anyone does anymore. Give us a real challenge. Give us a real opponent. As long as these poor excuses for tag teams continue to challenge us, we will continue to drive an axe through this division and keep it for ourselves. When Bash at the Beach does begin, it will feature a contest between 2 of the most respected veterans of all time. Chris Sabin, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Cowboy James Storm. Aleister Black versus Ricochet. It's history, and Ricochet's tag team partner's freedom is on the line, and it will be in a steel cage. No escape, pinfall or submission only for the former world champion. Chris Danger, Consequences Creed. It's a street fight. Danger promised to throw Creed off of scaffolding in that match. Can he make good on it? Drew McIntyre, the WXW Unified Champion, against Gable Steveson, America's most successful amateur wrestler, making his pro wrestling debut. It's a WXW match in GAW, and this was the scene earlier today. McIntyre and Gable Steveson going at it in a GAW training facility. They had to be separated by no fewer than 10 men. To keep these two away from each other, it will be a white-hot contest in South Padre Island. The world champion Kacy Catanzaro will take on Shayna Baszler in a submission match, and we've seen Catanzaro has the ability to beat Baszler at her own game. Jay White is 5th time the charm for the world title. He's got Keith Lee with the championship on the line. And of course, the main event of Bash at the Beach, Evolution and Storm combining for the new Rumble on the Beach 30-man interval-based battle royal. The winner gets a World or Apex Championship shot. It is right for the biggest surprises you will see in GAW. All of that and more. It's Bash at the Beach. It begins on Monday. The admission fee's live July 25th, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then Bash at the Beach well and truly begins. We'll see you then. But for now, let's get to our main event. Very kindly pointed out, Jay White has had several unsuccessful challenges for the World Championship in his GAW career. But White, never lacking confidence, clearly believes that Keith Lee is the champion most ripe for the picking for him. I don't know if a lot of people believe that, and I'm certain that Keith Lee does not. But Jay White will get a chance to get his hands on his Bash opponent early here in this tag team match. And he will be teaming with his Bullet Club teammate, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. It's Taiji Ishimori. Saw him last week as well against Low Key, and Ishimori looked incredibly impressive then. Somehow he looks even more impressive now. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship belt around his waist, or I guess in his hand more accurately, but when have I ever been completely accurate? And again, this is another man, he's been called out specifically by Rey Mysterio to give a title shot to Bandido, who did beat him in a number one contenders match. Ishimori's been pushing back on it, but it does feel like it might just be a matter of time for Taiji Ishimori, the Bone Soldier. Are his days numbered with that title? Again, he will get a chance to get his hands on potentially a future challenger in Bandido here tonight. No Rey Mysterio to accompany Bandido here tonight. But Bandido has some pretty good backup in his corner all the same. Keith Lee, the World Championship, will be joining him in the ring as well. And so Bandido, the former Intercontinental Champion, who made himself a star last season in GAW. He was incredibly respected before, but a 12-3 record in Season 2 and over 200 days as Intercontinental Champion made Bandido a superstar in GAW. Challenged for the World Championship against Keith Lee. It was a tremendous match, but he did fall short in that contest. But now he's going to get to team with the World Champion to go against the Bullet Club representatives of Jay White and Taiji Ishimori.
For he is limitless.
The ultimate respect in GAW goes to the GAW World Champion. There is no one in this company, in this promotion, besides maybe the Apex Champion, that commands more eyes, more respect than the GAW World Champion. A belt whose past includes some of the greatest of all time. I'm talking Goldberg, I'm talking AJ Styles, I'm talking Kenny Omega, I'm talking Brock Lesnar. There is no championship in history to have all of those names attached to it. Only the GAW World title. And now Keith Lee is part of that exclusive group. But could that be coming to an end at Bash at the Beach? Jay White will get his championship match at Bash. And Keith Lee brazenly walking right in front of the Bullet Club, World Championship in hand. You gotta love the confidence from the Limitless One. That is your world champion, at least for now. But will it come to an end in South Padre Island? It'll be Bandido and the Switchblade to start things off in this tag team match. Bandido immediately going with the elbow and a tornado. Bandido caught the leg. Bandido trying to steal this one. No! Jay White completely caught off guard by the former Intercontinental Champion. White able to trip him up, and White wants nothing to do with an athlete like Bandido. In this match, here comes Taiji Ishimori. One of the very few men on earth who has the speed to counter Bandido, and you see it there. Snap German with the bridge. Ishimori though. Both Bandido and Ishimori with tremendous opportunities, but here comes Jay White once again. White caught Bandido's strike in a face buster. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already, make sure you join the Discord. Link is down in the description. Such a lively community over there, and I really appreciate all of you that watch, that comment, that give your thoughts on the show. You can do it in the YouTube comments, but if you do it in Discord, you get to discuss with other GAW fans. It's the best community in wrestling as far as I'm concerned. So make sure you join. Link is in the description or on the website, generaladmissionwrestling.com. Keith Lee in now, facing down his world title opponent, Jay White. And Lee demonstrating his strength early on. Lee dumps White into his own corner. That's a statement made, but Jay White able to fight out of it. Boot to the gut, White. 3 big-time shots, the last of which was countered by the world champ. And now Lee gonna show off his strength once again. Lee, vertical suplex. Again, folks, so many storylines blending here. Not the least of which is whether or not Bandido will actually get his IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match. I will be very excited to see. Bandido from the middle rope with a flipping senton. And again, this is not a matchup that Jay White wants, but tag in. Here comes Keith Lee. White crawling back to his corner. Here comes Taiji Ishimori. The matchup that you didn't know you wanted, but I think you do. An Ishimori rolling soul butt puts down the world champion. Got a 2 count out of it. He really got him with that soul butt right to the solar plexus. Ishimori, basement flatliner. And Ishimori, again, this is a matchup I didn't know I wanted. But Ishimori's athleticism makes him a great match here for the world champion. And imagine if Ishimori picks up a pinfall victory over the GAW world champ. Boy, would that throw a wrench into things. Ishimori from the top drops the double axe. And Taiji Ishimori, now he's got that crossface in. We saw him do this to low-key. Bandido not gonna wait around to see if Keith Lee can break out of that. Ishimori, though, he's going to try to take advantage and go straight into the cover. Bandido's in the ring, and Bandido breaks things up. Ishimori now going after Bandido. The IWGP World Champion sends Bandido over the top rope. And now Taiji Ishimori, Bullet Club, in alone with Keith Lee, but the world champ able to fight out of it. Lee, he's got Ishimori up. Overhead, belly to belly. Unreal strength from the world champ and more. Discus punch. Jay White knows he needs to tag in, and moreover, there are lots and lots of statements to be made in this match. And if Jay White is to pin Keith Lee, just put that little bit of doubt in Lee's mind, who knows what might happen. Tag in, here comes Bandido. World champ, former Intercontinental champ, working together with a double backdrop. And Bandido following it up with a standing moonsault. Bandido again loving his chances against Taiji Ishimori. Ishimori able to avoid the worst of that frog splash, but Bandido grounds him with a rolling soul butt. Here comes Lee, who has really managed to recover in this match. After Ishimori did a good job early, cover, Ishimori kicks out, no Jay White. Let's see what more Keith Lee's got to offer against Ishimori. Keith Lee, oh there it is! Big Bang catastrophe, Keith Lee, no, it's Jay White. He was there just in time, but now White is going after Lee. Now it's Jay White Bandido looking at Taiji Ishimori. Lee able to avoid the vertical suplex and a German. Jay White gets the worst of that exchange. Here comes Bandido. Taiji Ishimori back to his feet. White trying to recover from Keith Lee, and it's a gut buster from Ishimori. Up top to follow up. Taiji 450. Taiji Ishimori, 450 splash, and now Ishimori, he's got more! Ishimori, bloody cross! He did it twice to Bandido a few weeks ago in Mumbai. Keith Lee breaks it up, and he needed to be there. Now it's Jay White going after Lee. Ishimori, he's got Bandido. Referee has his back turned, Ishimori. Knees to the chin. Taiji Ishimori, the referee has his back turned. Bandido to his feet. Ishimori, he's got brass knuckles, but Bandido able to counter. Bandido able to counter. The referee was dealing with Jay White and Keith Lee on the outside. Bandido, the snap German suplexes the 22-plex. Bandido has absolutely done it. Bandido, he has just pinned the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion for a second time. That is unbelievable. Lee and White are still going at it on the outside. Look at this. Keith Lee and Jay White, they might not stop fighting until Bash at the Beach. Meanwhile, Bandido has just pinned Taiji Ishimori once again. And now Ishimori back into the ring. Ishimori trying to get it back. Ishimori is going to go for another bloody cross, but it's Rey Mysterio. Keith Lee and Jay White still brawling. Rey Mysterio in. Taiji Ishimori out. Bandido survives yet another encounter with the Bone Soldier. And what an incredible event Bash at the Beach is going to be. Just the Storm side alone is unreal. But when you add in Evolution and the Rumble on the Beach, you are looking at something special. We will see you on Monday. The admission fee is live, July 25th, 7 p.m. Eastern. We will see you there. We appreciate you.